Yeah, I need help. Guys, this is the UCL duo, guys. It's the UCL duo, guys. We're debating the Juventus Porto and also the Borussia Dortmund Sevilla's match, guys. We just got ourselves an emergency hangout. I just don't know what to say. Guys, there's problem in world football. I am shocked. I am surprised. I just don't know what to say. Guys, I'm shocked. I don't know what to say. Guys, help me out, guys. Help me out. I don't know.
Ronaldo is trash. But I can't blame him though. But Ronaldo, he should have stepped a little bit more
No,
up. But
Ronaldo was trash. I'll say it. He was garbage today.
and
Honestly,
you could see
no,
Pirlo couldn't substitute him,
there,
even though
there,
he
there
was shit.
was, there was a moment where in the first half when Ronaldo was trying to like do like a step over. He looked like he was about to fall down. That was when I knew, okay, now this guy's 36. Now I know.
Wait, but don't you blame Juventus for being over reliant on him?
But he was
Yeah, I
able to. And everybody else pulled their weight. And on top of that, like I said, there was so many things that happened in his favor that he could that easily bailed him out. Like the red card, the fact that Chase got a brace, the fact that Rabiot scored immediately after the Oliveira guy scored. So there was so many things that went his way that I have to I can't take it easy on him today.
Yeah, but okay. Do we think Pirlo should be sacked?
Oh, he's
guys,
done.
guys, I'm looking at the free guys, I'm looking at the free kick now. Two things happened. Bad positioning from Wojciech Szczesny first. And secondly, Alvaro Morata and Cristiano Ronaldo dunk. Look at them. They were dunking in the free, they were literally turning back into that free kick. How can a professional player be turning back into the free kick? I'm looking at it now. Both of them are dunking. Look at them. They dunk. They are dunking to that free kick. Even look at Chesney. Chesney is on the right hand side of the other post. Then they have to like move again back to the other side. What's going on?
Abdullah, you know the thing. You can't blame a keeper for that penalty because it was
But I
very
blame Ronaldo and Morata
yeah.
for dunking. Why are you turning your back into? Look at guys, look at it. They are literally turning their back into this. This is bad.
Because that penalty was very awkward. That's one thing
No,
I'll
look at the
say.
free kick. Look at the free kick.
I mean, the
They
free
are
kick was
turning their
very.
back. They are turning their back. Why? How? How?
I actually wish Bayern too could have gone out, but last year they just fucked up.
No, seriously,
Man,
guys.
Sam. You cannot predict anything in UCL. I cannot predict anything in
Listen,
UCL.
how good
But
is
last year
how
I've
good
gone.
is Serie A really?
Serie A is not good. I call it the retirement home. After Arsenal, I think Serie A is a big. You see people like Sanchez. You see people like Ashley Young who cannot cut it in the Premier League, and they go to that league and then they become world beaters and are actually playing week in week out. The league is very tight.
Guys, they are showing the free kick now. This is the worst. This is the worst setup I've ever seen in the world. Look at the way they're setting up. Look at the way they set up.
No,
How
but
the
like,
pilot? How the look at guys. Ronaldo, Rabiot, Alvaro Morata, Wesley McCann. Look at them. Look at those. Ronaldo were dunk. It was like this. It was like this. Morata was the same thing. Why? How?
but what I would say to that free kick was
Yeah,
that it was
Abdullahi.
very awkward.
Abdullahi,
Yep.
you change your title because your title is Chelsea versus Everton.
Yeah, I want to because people did not talk about it yesterday. I want to bring people in, so I'm just gonna round up both the Champions League and everything. Let me see if I can edit it. Let me see if I can
Yeah,
change it.
so number one, Pirlo has to be sacked. Ronaldo didn't turn up, and we have to get that Cheers nigga. What was his name? Cheers or what?
Chesa.
Yeah, that guy was good today. Like, came in really clutch. But the thing is, Juventus, I'm even starting to believe, sorry, that they actually cursed with this Champions League. I really think so. And for your question that you asked, SK, facts, Serie A is not that good, and you can see them getting exposed every time in the Champions League or Europa League. They're
Now
not that good.
when Napoli lost to Granada, that's when I knew. That's when I knew that.
You know what? I want to even see this AC Milan Manchester United because if Manchester United beat AC Milan like a big beating, then I'll know that that league is rubbish.
I think AC Milan can put with the whole photo for me. I believe so.
I think Man U will beat them, but at least I want it to be competitive. Like I don't want 4-0 like the Real Sociedad.
I doubt it if because it depends on how AC Milan turns up. That's gonna be the key because AC Milan knows they can't win this. They know they cannot win the Serie A. This is the only chance for them to win a trophy.
So you
This is the
think
only
Inter will
chance.
win this area?
I
Sergio,
think Inter will win the Serie A.
Oliveira guy is really good, man.
Yeah,
This guy has scored 15 goals in 28 games between Champions League and his league alone. 15 goals and 4 assists from midfield.
No, that's good. That's extremely good for midfield. And he takes penalties too.
guys, we have ourselves an emergency hangout. I just don't know what happened. I cannot see what happened. I am
What
shocked.
happened is Juventus are trash. You can even
I
see it
am
with their
shocked.
league form, man. They're not that good. And they have you know, Abdullah, you say Lampard
Mm.
is a rookie. What would you say Pirlo is?
He's a kindergartner.
Exactly.
He's literally a kindergarten.
He's a test tube baby.
He's a zygote.
I'm trying to edit my what's called, but it didn't go to. I don't know. It didn't go to.
Maybe sometimes you have to reload it. Maybe then you see if it's worked or not.
Okay, let me try
But
to
man,
reload it.
Pirlo, Pirlo didn't have a coaching certificate when they hired him.
Pirlo played the same formation that they lost to Porto in the first game.
Mm-hmm.
They played a 4-4-2 in the first game they lost, and he played the same formation again.
That's what we mean by
Isn't
rookie.
that the definition of insanity?
That's the definition of insanity and rookie. No man, I don't understand how they hired that guy. I think he's the biggest problem in that team. I really don't. I don't think the players are too bad. I think they're missing out on Dybala because Dybala is a good player. But
He's injured though. He's injured.
yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. But apart from that, nah, man, Pirlo is the biggest problem. And I think if they had gotten Suarez, maybe it would have helped more than this Alvaro Morata. But even Morata is balling for them, so I can't really blame him. But I'm happy because if we can do our own job against Atletico, there's less bigger teams to worry about, man. I'm not saying Porto are not a big team, but I would prefer Porto in the
But the funny part is anyone that wants to play Porto now will have to give their all out against them, or else you will get shocked.
Like, let's be real. How bad are Porto? They drew with Man City.
Porto,
But they're not that bad. They drew 0-0 to Man City.
I mean, Porto can't even win in their own league, and they lost to Braga. So
no, but in the Champions League, they haven't been too bad.
Look, in the Champions League, no.
Yeah,
they
have not considered though. They've clipped like I think 5 clean sheet or how many clean sheet have they clipped?
Exactly, they have a good defensive record.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually happy for this Chelsea guy Malang Sarr because that means he's training with Pepe.
Yeah. You will have that. Yeah, you have that experience to understand. Exactly.
I don't think he played today, sir. Maybe he
He played today. He came in today.
Yeah, came in as a sub. Yeah.
Guys, I don't know what to say. I am shocked.
Man, I'm happy in a way because at least no Juventus, no Barcelona, hopefully no Atletico Madrid. These are powerhouses in the Champions League.
Guys, it didn't allow me to. I wanted to update it, but it did not allow me to do it. I don't know what's going on. It didn't allow me to update it though.
Nah, man. But seriously, I'm very happy with this result. I don't pity Juventus. I'm not even sad for them.
It's not even about pity. It's about I just don't know what happened.
Sorry's
No,
laughing right now, man.
Yes. Sarri is smoking right now and laughing.
Yeah, the thing is, sorry, yeah, he won in the league, and normally his teams, yeah, they take like 3 years to play the way he wants. But they shouldn't have sacked him, to be honest.
No, I think they should not have sacked Massimiliano Allegri. That was their biggest mistake. that they
Even
made.
sorry, I'll say. Even sorry.
Because Allegri took them to the Champions League final twice.
Did they sack him
Twice.
or did he leave?
They sacked him
Oh,
No,
twice
but
because they said he was playing defensive football.
with Allegri, you can understand why they sacked him a little bit. Because
Why?
let's be real, quite right, they went to Champions League final. But when you go twice to a Champions League final and you lose, is
Mhm.
it
Trust.
really a success or a failure?
Sometimes Champions League is all about luck, though. It's all about luck.
I know, but Abdullah, just imagine Chelsea goes to 2 Champions League final now and they lose both. Will you look at it as a victory or as a loss?
As a loss, man.
That's the thing. That's the thing. So I don't blame them for sacking Allegri, but I do blame them for sacking Sarri
Yeah,
because
100.
he didn't do that bad. He won them the league. They almost qualified against Napoli.
Yep.
And let's be real, Napoli is a better powerhouse. Like I don't know actually. Porto are not bad too, but they should have given him more time, especially if they knew they would replace him with Pirlo.
Wait, guys, how can Juventus hire Porto, someone without no experience, to take over a big club like Juventus? How?
It's the Zidane effect now.
Hiring club legends, man. Never do it.
Zidane started it. It's the Zidane effect. That 3 Champions League that he won. Everyone wants to give it a try.
Well, with Zidane, to be honest, I think before he was the assistant on Ancelotti, he was learning kind of.
Yes. But still, because look at it, it's a trend. And let's be real, there are no more top managers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Most
Guys,
managers that are
imagine Ronaldo and Messi get knocked out in the same year.
top
No,
coaches.
what is imagine is going to happen. It's already happened in my eyes,
So,
actually.
if it happens, what is the way forward then?
Abdullah, I don't want you to
That
say if. It already happened.
is that okay?
4-1, man. It's 4-1.
It happens. What's the way forward?
The way forward is to
It
start
happens.
looking
It
at
happens.
Haaland.
Other than Kylian Mbappe,
Exactly. That's the way forward.
Ronaldo, Messi are done. I cannot believe him. I'm saying it, watching those two players play for the last 15 to 20 years. Now their life is done.
I mean, not Ronaldo. You're probably going to acting or some shit like that. After.
Guys, I am short of word.
Wait, but can we talk about Ronaldo and going to Juventus? Why did he go there?
For money,
Yes.
he got there because Real Madrid didn't want to pay him. That's it.
Oh, HH is doing an imagination account.
For money.
Yeah, bro, he took his shirt off as well.
No, literally, what happened was he was gonna stay at Madrid, but he wanted more. He wanted more money on his contract, and Paris was like, "Fuck off," literally. And he was like, "All right, screw it." And then Juventus was like, "We'll pay you," and that's why he went.
Yeah, because Juve, they were giving out mad wages. I remember Ramsey, they gave him 300 grand a week.
And then
Yeah, yeah,
Italy
true.
has less strict taxes, so he's gonna keep more of his wages.
Guys, I am shocked. I'm shocked. I am surprised. I just don't know what to say. Someone needs to help me. I can't say anything anymore. I just
Abdullah,
don't know
what did
what
you predict for this match?
I how did I put it for this match? I think I predicted Porto to win. But with the way they win, I am shocked.
But at least they gave it a fight in a way.
They did.
And man, Pepe, you see one thing with that Champions League. I think sometimes experience is more better in Champions League.
That's why I would love Thiago Silva to play on Wednesday because he has that experience to galvanize that team around. Because
Only
Atletico
problem
want to be using those stupid and falling down and everything, but Thiago have that
exactly.
experience.
We need to make that game boring.
Yeah, so Thiago Silva will have that experience and coordinate that team. He will coordinate them and tell them where to go. Yeah, I know Christensen has been playing very well. I would love Thiago to play just to galvanize that team and make them understand, guys,
No.
this is our last chance. This is our last chance.
Has it been up to a month Thiago has been out?
No, it's back already. Was on the bench. Was on the bench
against,
yesterday.
Everton, yeah.
No, I know,
Was on the
but
bench.
since he's played,
It's been like a week. I think 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, he'll get minutes against Leeds. He'll get minutes against Leeds.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, to get the team together.
Yes, because he needs that. I don't want him stepping in as his first match.
I'm surprised Zuma played on Everton, but I understand in it why, because of the counter attack thing. Because Charleston's fast in it.
Yeah, and also
Exactly.
Rudiger needed a rest.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the good thing about
guys.
people were like complaining about. Oh, you need to keep the starting 11 consistent, but when you're playing twice every 3 days, then you need to change
There's
the
no way you
squad.
have to rotate.
Yeah,
I
you have
can
to
see us.
rotate.
I can see us. I can see us rotating on Wednesday, on Saturday, and on Wednesday we're gonna go for it on Wednesday.
And it
Yeah.
suits
The manager
Tuchel
knows.
because Tuchel, he likes big squads, man. He likes big squads.
No,
Mhm.
no, we have to give Tuchel big credit,
Yeah, that's what I said.
especially for that
Yeah.
Everton match, because what surprised me was the way he
No,
changed.
Ancelotti said they came for Messi Mount. They said their plans for Messi Mount is
Yeah,
to
he
take him
said
out of the
Chelsea were
match
just a
because
better
they
team.
yeah
Yeah.
he said because their target was take out Messi Mount out of the team. Chelsea doesn't play anything, and even Tuchel said it. Messi Mount was the key. That was what they were looking for.
And then he benches Mason Mount, and the
The
whole of
base in Messi
Twitter
Mount.
is freaking out.
Bro, Werner can't keep missing these chances, man. Can't.
See, this is why I say Werner.
Guys,
People have to be
guys,
consistent with Werner, though.
guys, we
They
have
have to be
ourselves
consistent
an
with him.
emergency out. I am shocked.
People
I
have to
don't
be
know what is.
consistent with Werner because Werner has been trash. Let's be real.
We've given
When
him
it
the
comes to
facilities.
scoring,
There's no excuses for him. We've given him the
Yeah,
chances.
I will give him till next year for me though. I will give him till next year. I won't put a blame on him at the moment because it's his first year, so I'll let it go. Drogba first year was class A for me. It was class
no,
A,
no,
but he
no.
came clutch.
Wait, was Drogba missing chances?
Drogba, man, Drogba was missing chances. So go back to look that. He was missing chances in that year.
Like the
And
way
that was it.
Werner is missing. Werner is
Not
missing
like
one-on-ones.
Werner doesn't even offer us that much. All he does is like late runs, bro. He doesn't offer more than that. Late runs, that's it.
My problem is, let's be real, the chances Werner is missing, as a professional footballer, you shouldn't really miss that much.
Yeah, 100%. Striker as
Like,
well,
it's
man.
one-on-one chances, he and the goalkeeper,
He
and
let
he
Pickford
misses
look.
them.
He made Pickford look world class, man.
Exactly. Like, if Tammy Abraham is missing these chances, you would see, number one, there'll be racist abuses, number one.
Yeah.
They would destroy him.
guys,
But the fan base, they're saying,
me,
oh, Werner.
for me, I don't know what to say. I am shocked.
I think
But
Havertz
the
false
fan base is
nineteen next season. Next week.
for sure. I don't think we need Haaland.
No, I
Havertz
want
has false nine.
Ireland next season. I want Ireland.
No,
I don't care.
Havertz has
No,
false nine.
next
False
season,
nine.
no. Next season, no.
If you box
No.
up, then yeah. If you box up.
No, I want someone like Alan can frustrate defender. I want that guy. That guy. I don't care how much Dortmund wants to sell that guy. Give me Alan. I don't care.
Haaland
I'm
is
on this
Madrid
Alan chip.
bound.
Yeah. What if you
He's
don't get him
Madrid
then?
bound.
That's the problem.
We can't. We're not gonna get an alternative, bro, because there's no other like number nines. So.
That's why we're gonna play. I think we're gonna play like Kai Havertz as a first nine next season.
You hear about Chelsea one Kessier?
But guys, sum up the Champions League for me, guys. Just give me a sum up.
Okay. Pirlo sucks. Ronaldo's old. Syria is I don't know what. Syria is something. Sevilla flopped. What's the name of Sevilla's coach?
Lopetegui.
Yeah, he's a brick. Haaland is really good, and I mean that's about all I have to say so far.
Okay, let me put this. If Chelsea goes to who do we face? Juventus, Dortmund or Porto?
I
Who do we
want
face?
all the smoke. Anybody, Bayern even. Let them come.
Okay.
I don't want that.
What the
No. Guy, this
Alright,
year, this
yes.
championship just give me hypertension. I don't want another hypertension again. Please.
I want all the smoke.
Would you take them later or would you want them now?
I would want them now. Because guess what? If we beat Bayern, everyone will fear us.
Yeah, that's true. Though. That's very true.
But
That's
I'm
very
just
true.
joking, but I really don't care because the way Tuchel is moving right now, I just hope this thing continues because what we're doing
Because
is
I think
great.
he has a tactical plan for every team he plays.
And I
For
think he
every team
has
he
the
plays.
squad to even implement that tactical plan. And another
Yeah,
thing is,
people. That's why I say people call him the laptop manager. His assistant coach. I don't know that guy's name. He said he's the one that does the tactic. Yeah, he's the one that does all the like the
Yeah,
weakness in the
Zotlo.
team and everything. He's
Zotlo.
the one that does. Like every coaching staff in Chelsea has a laptop. I cannot believe that. Everybody have the laptop. All
Yeah.
of them.
but you know the thing that is essential in this Chelsea team, he has a squad that there is no superstar. There's nobody that
Yeah.
expects to
Yeah.
start every
That
match.
is, I think that's what in PSG
That
there was
was
a
what we
superstar.
need.
That was the reason it was failing in PSG. But
Yes.
in Chelsea, no superstar.
If
Yeah,
Hazard was
everybody.
here, I think he would suffer a little bit because he can't really bench Hazard. You understand?
Yes,
Hazard has that how do I say it? And
fear
Hazard is not the
factor.
person that will press or
Hmm.
that will do all those things. So I think he starts
Guys,
with the squad.
guys, are we seeing the decline of Ronaldo, Messi, or it's just like this year? This year Champions League has just been somehow. Guys,
Thinking
imagine Chelsea win the Champions League this year. The world will not go well. This will not go well in 2021. It will not go well. After all banter, after all abuse, eventually, I won't be. I don't think I'll be able to sleep that day. I won't be able to sleep.
Drew winner.
I don't think I'll be able to sleep. If that happens, guys, if that happens, I don't think I'll be able to sleep. I don't
FA
think
Cup
so.
Man,
as well.
If that
I
happens,
know
guys,
100% I'm not sleeping that night if it happens.
if that
100%.
happens, guys, I'm saying it right now. If that happens, we're going to till the next morning and hang out.
See, my own is that Tuchel has everything. The way we're playing right now, if
Mm-hmm,
he can continue it, I think anything is possible. I don't want to
mm-hmm,
sound too overconfident because before Leeds will now beat us, but
mm-hmm.
until we lose, I think it's time to be confident with this team.
Yeah.
When we lose, my head will like recalibrate and everything. But
At
for
this
now,
moment,
yeah,
at this moment, with what is happening right now,
yes, we have to
guys,
be confident, man.
there is problem. Tomorrow match makes it really hard because Liverpool plays tomorrow and Paris Saint-Germain plays tomorrow too. My Lord in heaven, there's big
But those
problem.
matches are already decided. Liverpool will go through and
If
PSG.
if if Leipzig beat PSG, if Leipzig beat
Liverpool.
Liverpool, if they knock them out,
Impossible.
this one,
It's impossible because the way Leipzig play, I feel it's
they won 3-0. How many? How many? I think it's 3-0 or 2-0 in the
It's
in
2
the
0, 2
weekend.
0, 2 0.
2-0.
2-0.
It would
And they
be
did not concede.
Leipzig will have to score 3 goals.
no. They
Mhm.
have to score at least two, if at least three to win in 90 minutes. Actually, speaking of that, guys, a rule I think should be amended.
Mhm.
I don't think away goals should count after the 90 minutes are done.
Hmm.
I think it should still continue because if you don't count an away goals, you are giving opposition
No.
life.
I'm saying after 90 minutes. So I'm saying if you go past the 90 minutes and the away goal is the same, then it shouldn't count because it wouldn't be fair because the other team didn't get an extra 30 minutes in the first game. That's what I'm saying. So
Mhm.
so if you have the second leg and then the away goal is still the same, then when you go into extra time, I don't think it should count for
I
the.
think what should be taken out is the home and away in the UEFA Champions League. That should be taken out. After in the round of 16 quarters and semis, it should be like just one leg get tight and go home. That would be easier than coming to the second leg, play 90 minutes, extra time and everything. That takes a lot out of this player. It takes a lot out of them. A lot.
I mean, they're never gonna do that because of the revenue.
They
Because
won't do that.
that's effectively halving their revenue for the champion.
Mhm.
So they're not gonna do that. But I'm just saying that I just think that it would be better. It would be more fair if the away goal didn't count the after 90 minutes of the second leg. That's what I'm saying.
Would they be able to do it? I am not sure.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying it makes sense because it doesn't make sense to count it for an extra 30 minutes for one game when you obviously weren't gonna do it for the second one.
Yeah, I
Guys,
get your point.
guys, I don't know what to say. I am shocked.
Abdullah, you're behaving like Chelsea lost the
I
Champions
am not.
League.
No, I'm not behaving. No, no. You know what surprised me most is how that match happened. That is what surprised me most. How that happened, I don't know.
I think you put Juventus on a very high pedestal. Like
Yeah,
you
yeah, just
made
because of Ronaldo. Exactly, just because of Ronaldo. Like Ronaldo he has this flair in kind of the way Champions League goes. Like he just turn up in every Champions League match. He just turn up.
but let's not forget this guy is 36.
Hmm.
Like at the end, everything that has a beginning has an end. So I think this is
Yeah,
Ronaldo's end.
Messi and Ronaldo era is over. Kylian Mbappe and Haaland is coming up. Yeah, that is the rivalry everybody want to see now. That's the rivalry we want to see. I don't want to
No, that's the thing though. I feel like they should calm down. They should calm down and just they should go to MLS, go and take some retirement money there, and leave Mbappe, um, Neymar, and Haaland and Cho to rule the game of football,
Guys,
and Sancho.
we have an emergency hangout. I don't know what to say. Somebody needs to explain what happened to me. In my lifetime, maybe yeah, it has happened before, but I don't think I've ever in the Champions League year Ronaldo Messi get out in the round of 16. I don't think that has ever happened before. Has it?
But how many times in your lifetime have you seen Barcelona eat 8-2?
A lot. Just once.
8-2.
I saw it once.
Exactly.
Once.
That's the thing. We have to realize that football is changing. There's a new generation of footballers coming out now.
Man,
I,
imagine.
I think that I feel like Barcelona and Juventus are gonna follow. Like in the 2020s, they're gonna be like in Arsenal's position where the man is just qualifying for top four.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Exactly. Because another thing is that all these young boys, quite alright, everyone still wants to play for Barcelona and Madrid, but I think it might start wearing off a little bit just because of the way their squad is and the lack of quality.
I agree. Plus, honestly, money talks these days, and I feel like, especially if a PSG or a Man City wins the Champions League, I think or even that would truly signify a changing of like the the elite, the elite.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Guys, I think if Barcelona goes out tomorrow, it gives like the other team the chance to go through. And people will be even afraid to play Porto now because the way they play, the way Porto play, you're gonna be very scared to play them. You'll be very scared to play them.
See, even at the beginning, I was scared to play Porto because I remember
Yes.
watching the Chelsea show that AJ was saying
Hmm.
he wants Porto. Porto is the team he wants us to play
I
against.
was like, it's a dangerous match for you to play because Porto.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I remember you said it. Abdullah was the
Hmm.
only one against it, actually.
I was like, I don't want Porto because
You
I said
said
no.
you wanted RB
I
Leipzig.
no, I wanted Albert or Barcelona. That's what I said.
Yes.
I wanted Barcelona and RB Leipzig. Why? Because I don't want Porto. Porto may be underdog, but those underdog people are always getting me worried and feared. I swear to God,
Exactly.
they
Because
get me worried and feared.
there's no pressure on them. Everyone
Hmm.
thinks they will lose.
They'll go all out and play.
Exactly.
That one exactly get me worried. That exactly get me worried. If getting I know at the bridge we can score that goal. We know those people will understand that this is our year to qualify. I know that they will give their all out to go to qualify in that match. That gave me confidence because they are coming home to play us. So we have much chance. I'm like, this is the Champions League that we have to show ourselves. Yes, we can do it. Because I was the Madrid derby, the Real Madrid Atletico Madrid, and I was shaking my head that Chelsea can easily beat Atletico. We can go at this team. We
I
can
don't
beat them.
even want us to beat them. I just want a clean sheet.
Yes. That's why we need Thiago Silva more in this team because he's experienced enough. He's experienced enough. Will outshine everything. His experience enough in the UEFA Champions League is like it's positive. Yes, I know Christensen has been playing good, but guys, I will not lie. Thiago Silva enough experience will galvanize us enough to go where we want to go. For me,
That's the thing,
Eh,
hopefully, because
mhm.
the only thing I would say is that I hope he's fresh. Like
Yeah, it will be
sometimes,
fresh. That's the reason it will be fresh because now his injury is kind of over. We have more time to kind of get the same together.
yeah, and he needs to play that lead role. If not,
I don't think he's gonna play the lead. I will stick for me. I will still keep Christensen for me. I will. I will still keep because Christensen he hasn't done anything wrong, so I will literally keep him for me.
my only thing is that I think Christensen has played too many games.
Yeah, and he need the rest, right?
Yeah.
So for me, yeah, you're right, but I think I'll bring on Thiago Silva more in the second half of the Leeds United and get him ready for the UCL on Wednesday.
Oh, okay. Actually, Christensen got benched on against Southampton. He didn't play the Southampton match.
Yeah, he
Okay.
did not. Yeah,
You see, that's another thing with Tuchel. Tuchel is really rotating the players well. He's really rotating. He even has this stuff where he looks at how many players have played too much. Like there's this stuff that they do, so they can actually see which player is like
He has a
almost.
laptop. There's a laptop. They said he has a laptop that you usually go to the laptop to talk to other players and say who has played more match, who need the rest, who need the recovery. Now, everybody not be shouting Bayern this. Bayern, see guys, Bayern can easily next week and just lose and get out of Champions League. It's very possible. Very possible. Very possible.
They're not losing 3-0 at home. I'm like,
I'm not getting this Champions League. I'm not getting anybody off. I am not. I'm sorry, I'm not.
Abdullah, bet your house they are not losing 3-0 at home.
I know,
Bet your
but
house.
anything is possible. Today, you know, guys, today Dortmund were lucky today. You know why? Because Sevilla did not attack them.
But Dortmund
If
is
Sevilla, no, if Sevilla attacked Dortmund, they will have gotten knocked out. I'm that sure. If Sevilla kind of, let's say, just attack them, because they did not even attack for the whole 90-something minutes. Apart from the penalty, they did not attack them. Look at the goals. Look at the goals Sevilla scored. Look at those goals. Imagine they attack from the front foot. Do you know what the scenario is gonna be? Do you know?
I mean, to be honest, Dortmund have always had a very unbalanced team. Like they're heavily relying on what's his face, Holland to carry them through. Like
To bail them out.
Like even
but guys, do you see if Chelsea qualify? Do you see us playing Dortmund?
I mean, they're gonna play anyone. There's no real way to know that. But I mean, even if in the Bundesliga, Dortmund have already conceded 35 goals in the Bundesliga in just 24 games.
Exactly.
Then I mean, and they're ninth, and like what are they? They're sixth for a reason. So you know,
But the thing is that the Champions League is another beast because as bad as they've been, they didn't beat a shitty team. They beat Sevilla. We played Sevilla at home. Sevilla
already lost four in a row already. 4 in a row.
No, but when we played Sevilla, they were very impressive, I have to say. But that was against Lampard, though. But
I mean, Lampard beat them 4-0 at home.
Yeah.
No, but that was their B team, so I didn't really count it. But the home game against us, they were very good. The 0-0. So I was really shocked. I thought they would like remove Dortmund for sure. Especially even when
for me, because the way the Sevilla were playing, they were really knocking the ball out. There were no attacking, no attacker. It was literally just dull. So much dull football for me. No attacker. That even get me one.
You know, I'm not gonna lie to you. I fell asleep during the Porto Juve game for like a good 40 minutes. Yeah. And then, but seriously though, I think that Dortmund is just one of those teams where if you go and actually attack them, then they'll crumble. In my opinion, because I mean they almost gave up. Because remember, because we have to keep in mind they were up 3-0 in that first leg in the first half, and they almost screwed that up.
Because assuming if Sevilla kind of attacked them early, Sevilla would have beaten them for me. They would. They would have beaten them.
I think the problem today was they didn't have a potent enough striker. They didn't have a natural number nine.
Why? What is De Jong doing on the bench? That guy is good on the head.
That's that's the same thing I was saying. That's the same thing I was saying. It was like what Tuchel's tactics that he came up with last season with PSG when he was playing against Dortmund. Like he played Mbappe as a natural striker. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? They're not natural. Like I understand what Lopetegui was trying to do in terms of crossing the ball, whipping it in. But if you don't have a potent number 9 who can put the ball in the back of the net,
and they put Rakitic on the bench again, why?
Rakitic, that's what I was saying. Rakitic, I think he also made a huge difference in that second half. I don't think Dortmund will go far. I think this is the farthest they can go. And the reason why I'm saying this is because as much as Haaland had all these really good chances against Sevilla, what is the likelihood if, let's say, Dortmund don't get a Porto that he'll have enough space? Because if they play Porto, I guarantee they're favorites. But if they play someone else, they're not gonna give Haaland that much space like how he had today.
He wasn't given that much space to do after the first goal.
Exactly. You see,
I watched the whole match.
I watched the match, but then I was switching between Juve versus Porto, and then Dortmund versus Sevilla. But it was really entertaining games today. I think this is the start of something really good coming.
Call. Are we seeing the end of Ronaldo Messi? Yes or no?
Oh, that's a really good question, man. Because I never wanna count out Mr. Champions League. I call him Mr. CL.
But he has been knocked out now. He has been knocked out already.
He's knocked out, but can you really put the blame on him? Like, I don't know. I think the problem here is it's more of the infrastructure in Juventus, like the coaching and what how do you say this? How they bring their how they hire their coaches, and how they buy their players. I think that's the main issue with Juventus, I'm trying to say. Today, they lacked another world-class striker that could tag along with Cristiano Ronaldo. And I think I don't know about Morata. I won't say Morata is like levels with Aguero, Suarez, these kind, or even a Haaland, I'm trying to say. I think they really shot themselves in the foot. They really shot themselves in the foot, and I think for them, they need to really sell Bonucci because he's just dreadful. I was watching the game, just such an awful defender. Sell him, get a proper center back.
Let me ask you something. Do you see an underdog winning the Champions League this year? People are already saying Chelsea. Do you see Chelsea doing
that? Bro, this is, oh my goodness. Like, this is a really question that
imagine Chelsea PSG in the final of Champions League this year.
I mean, it could happen. I'm not backing down on Chelsea because I think Chelsea have a really good team to go far this season. My thing here is I don't think there's going to be an underdog this season. I think that it's going to be City and PSG, just because the reason why I'm saying City and PSG is I think we're going to meet City in the I think we're going to meet City if we go through, because I think Lazio can score 4 goals in the Allianz Arena. Very possible. Don't get it twisted. It's very possible that they can score 4 goals in the Allianz Arena. But Bayern need to avoid City. They need to avoid PSG, because I think in a 2-legged tie, City and PSG can beat them. So for me, I'm going to say City and PSG are the finalists this season. And I think PSG is going to win. I think PSG is going to win the finals this season. I think they have a good enough team to really go far, because if you look, let me tell you something. If you saw the past 2 Champions Leagues, the teams who have won the Champions League, right, and has gone far, has usually beaten Barcelona. Like Liverpool, they beat Barcelona in the semis, and they went really far. You know what I'm trying to say? Bayern beat Barcelona last season, and they went really far. PSG, if they can get through Barcelona, I think they're gonna go very, very far. I don't think anyone is stopping them, to be honest.
And And you're gonna have a fully fit Neymar in the quarterfinal. That's a big plus, a big one.
I don't even think they need Neymar. I don't think they need Neymar. I think Neymar, okay, he's a good player, but I think the way Pochettino is playing right now, the team looks more balanced. You know what I'm trying to say? They don't have a complacency in defense. You know, they can play counterattack, they can play possession, and I think that's the scary thing about PSG. That's why I just I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm really scared for Bayern, to be honest, because
The way you guys are,
if
even the high line is a question mark for you guys. The high is way
I
too much.
I just don't know if Hansi Flick is willing to drop so deep and not play the high line, because there's positive benefits to the high line, but then let's say
You score many
PSG
goals.
drops back. Exactly, you know, we're scoring goals by that, you know. But then let's say PSG use their counter attack. Those, you know, I was listening to Abdullah. I was listening to a guy called Nish. He's in the Time War podcast. Shout out to Nish.
Yeah.
And I was just listening to what he was saying in terms of the way they play. You know what I'm trying to say? The way City can get at Bayern, the way PSG can get at Bayern. And I was thinking to myself, that's right, because if you play a ball over the top to the midfield place, and you play that ball over the top to the midfield, and when the midfielders get the ball, they can just do some intricate passes and then just keep progressing that ball forward and forward and forward. And that is my problem here with Bayern is once, let's say, PSG facilitate the play, they get the ball to that midfield, they break through that high press of Bayern, they can damage Bayern, because all they know is they need to get through that double pivot of Kimmich and Goretzka. You know what I'm trying to say? And then they have to do with Boateng and, you know, the back four. You know, so that's the thing. So it's not just the thing about beating Bayern is it's not just, oh, you kick the ball long over the top on the high line. No, it's more about, okay, you kick the ball to the over the top, put it inside the midfield. When you kick the ball over the midfield, they do those intricate passes, link up plays,
But
and then
you
they
have to be
progress
clinical
the ball.
against Bayern. You have to be very clinical to beat Bayern. You have to be
And
very
you and exactly, you have to be clinical. You have to be clinical. Yes, you have to finish your chances. Yes, but
because if you're not clinical, it's done.
No. But let me tell you something, right? If you're saying that because, bro, like, they play Frankfurt. You know what I'm trying to say? Like Bayern played Frankfurt, and we all know that Thomas Mueller doesn't like dropping back. He's not like he doesn't like dropping back and playing as a playmaker. You understand what I'm trying to say? So if because Mueller doesn't like dropping back and playing as a playmaker and adding to that double pivot in the midfield, it's so easy for a team like PSG to like bypass that double pivot and just like, you know, start advancing straight up the pitch. You know what I'm trying to say? It's gonna be very interesting. I'm very interested to see the draw. It's gonna be, I think, next week, but I think we have a real Champions League in our hands right now, because this one, I think this will be something. This will be really something. If City meet Bayern, dang, that's gonna be a really tough game, yo.
If we pass to Atletico now, who do you see Chelsea facing in the round of 16 in the quarterfinal?
Chelsea. Okay, so
if we beat Atletico, who do you think we are facing?
You know something, right? I think Chelsea can beat Bayern. I think Chelsea can.
Is not clear. I'm not talking about that.
No, bro. But we saw. No, this is not chill. This is serious. You're like, this is like, bro.
Timo Werner.
Bro, Chelsea, bro. Like Chelsea have such a good team to play on the counter attack. Are you telling me that, okay, like Timo Werner and like Ziyech and all these players are not good players in the counter? They're very good. And also, like,
but when I keep missing 1v1, that gave me worry as a fan. I'm worried.
bro, I actually think that game is 50-50, to be honest.
Well,
I think Chelsea is in that game. Like, I think Chelsea can shock Bayern if they play them, to be honest. Because we all know, like, there's no way.
so in the first leg of the quarterfinal, who's gonna be at home? Is it the team that won today is gonna be at home, or who's gonna be at home?
If it's Chelsea versus Bayern, this is what I will say. If the first leg, right, is in Bayern's home, I think Chelsea have all the confidence in the world to go in that second leg thinking, you know what? If we at least get like a 1-0 victory or even like a 2-1 victory or something like that, we can go through against Bayern in the second leg. Because we all know, like, okay, like Bayern, yes, they're good and everything, like, you know, Alphonso Davies and all that. But when you play that high line and
because
win
against Liverpool, I saw the prime Jose Mourinho in Chelsea against Liverpool. We're just defending.
Yes.
There were so many crosses. I was killing the.
And Tuchel,
when the Chelsea became this Jose Mourinho's era of defending, killing themselves in the team, doesn't want to concede goals.
And you know something, right? Tuchel, right? He did the same defensive sit back, drop deep type of defense against Dortmund last season, against Leipzig last season, and it actually worked. You know what I'm trying to say? So, man, I think, man, I don't think Bayern would like to play Chelsea because I think Chelsea might really give them a lot of problems, to be honest, man.
Let me hear from EJ. EJ, your thought on the UCL? Are you surprised? Or are you shocked? Like, for me, I'm just like, let's see how this thing goes. As a Chelsea fan next week, I'm even more worried. Seeing what is happening today and what's gonna happen tomorrow, I'm worried as a fan already. So EJ, your thoughts? EJ, you there? He muted himself. Oh man, guy left. So SK, your thoughts? As a fan now, going to the match next week, are you confident of playing Atletico at home, or you be more cautious?
I think that Chelsea's approach to the game is going to be one where they kind of just take a more cautious approach, and maybe play for a more counter-attacking style because Atletico will be forced to try to score a goal. And the thing to keep in mind is that Chelsea are playing at home, so that means that if Atletico score a goal, that goal is worth double because there'll be one way, pretty much. So I think that maybe the best play to play is to play deep and just to try to keep the ball. And the best example I can think of is I remember a couple years ago under remember that game where Chelsea played Man City and they beat them 2-0 at home?
Yeah, I remember that. Conte and them. Who's called? Is it Conte and Hazard?
Yeah, it was Conte and Hazard, or David Luiz. And what Chelsea did in that game is, because at that time Man City liked to press a lot from the front, but Chelsea would keep the ball deep in the back and would force Man City to press forward, and then what they would do is once they force Man City to press, not even that, they would play long balls into behind them because the press would force Man City to come out more. So I think maybe that way against Atletico would be maybe the way to go because Atletico need to score a goal. But I definitely think a cautious approach is
they will come out for me. They will come out.
Yeah. So I think that it's up to Chelsea to really exploit the space they'll leave it behind.
EJ, you there now?
Yeah.
EJ, are you there?
Yeah.
Your take on the UCL about what happened today, tomorrow, and next week. Are you worried? Like, if fans watching be like, hey, I am worried for what's gonna happen tomorrow and next week. But you expect this to happen as a fan?
No, I really did expect Juve to go through because I know Ronaldo is there. When you have Ronaldo on your team, there's nothing really to fear. But it was just they were just poor today. Their midfield was completely dead.
I think
They,
I blame Pillow. You know why I blame Pillow? Western Mechanic was on the bench. That guy can play football. Why are you putting him on the bench? Why?
who did you say was that?
Western Mechanic, this US
Oh, Mike
United
Kenny.
States player. Yeah. Why was it? What was he doing on the bench? Because the guy came in and changed the match for them. What was he doing on the bench?
But he
That's my
gave the
first
free
question.
kick away. He gave the free kick
Yes,
away. So
I know.
that I
But
mean,
how can you be having Rabiot and Ramsey in the pitch at the same time? Those are two sluggish players who doesn't even understand how to play football.
this game could have ended with Juventus winning if Morata could have scored. He had the
The header
header.
he
He had the
missed.
header
Mm-hmm.
and was saved. And the net post where he chested it down, it
Yeah,
missed. The goalkeeper made a really good save. So really,
yeah.
you can't blame Ronaldo for all Pirlo. You can blame Pirlo for a bit of part, but not for
Mm-hmm.
all of it. You can blame Pirlo because Morata today could have ended the game even beforehand. They wouldn't have to go to extra time today.
Yeah.
So yeah, and they just have to fix their midfield. Their midfield is not just okay. They just have to
So
fix it.
are you sacking Pele if you're the Juventus, but are you sacking him now?
That's a tough one because who's gonna come to Juve right now?
No,
It's
no,
about the
but they
pandemic
have
and
to.
money.
Look, this is the thing. They have to. They have to. They have to because
Come on,
um.
who's gonna come? Who are you gonna replace him with? That's my
But
problem.
but
Guys,
but
Ronaldo just said something now. If
Mhm.
this happen, Ronaldo, I am done. I asked Leon Porto for the very first time in my career. I have doubt about my ability to compete at the top level. I'll be speaking to my agent at the end of the season about a move to China. Guys, I am done in football. If that happens, Ronaldo said he's gonna move to
no,
China.
no,
He's 30, bro.
I
He's
am done.
30.
No,
no, no, no, no, no,
no,
no. It's not.
not a
It's not gonna
chance.
happen. Not a
Not a
chance.
chance.
Not a
Not a
chance.
chance.
Honestly, I don't see him retiring until next year's World Cup. Would you guys agree with that?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No,
So,
no, no.
He
I
was
think you can't deny his ability. Like I said, he's a really good player. I think the problem here with Ronaldo is I think he just needs to have a good team to build around with. You know what I'm trying to say?
a good midfielder.
Yeah, like a good team, a good suppliers, people who can supply him with good balls. You know what I'm trying to say? These players don't fit the way. Okay, let me say it this way. If you watch Ronaldo at Real Madrid, the supplies that he had, the supplies that they were giving him was really good. You know what I'm trying to say? Because they had people who could provide for him. They had people who could give him good assists and so forth.
Yes.
They don't have that in Juventus. The only player who can do something like that, I would say
Odiado,
is
Western Mechanic,
uh-huh.
Paulo
It's
Dybala. I mean, maybe.
and Dybala doesn't give him good assists, you see. So this is the problem. This is the problem. I think they need to build a good infrastructure around Cristiano Ronaldo if they
Okay,
really want to go far, you
let
know.
me let me say this now. If Ronaldo leaves Juventus end of the season, where do you see him going to?
Whew, that's
He has been
that's a
linked.
really good question, man.
He has
I don't know about that.
been
Let's be linked to where?
United. So,
What?
I
Manchester
What?
United. Manchester.
What? What?
Oh, I thought you didn't
What?
hear
What?
me.
No, no. What? Wait. What?
Come on, they have a good midfield, like Bruno
Manchester
Fernandes.
divided. It's been
Yeah,
linked to Manchester divided.
they have a good midfield. Like Martial can score, and Rashford is sometimes, and Cavani is getting old. I think, yeah, with Ronaldo,
Wait.
they can
You're
make something.
telling me Cristiano Ronaldo will go to Manchester divided?
No, no, no,
Chance.
no,
There's
no.
a
That's
chance.
not happening. That's not happening. That's not happening. Look, he wanted this challenge to Juventus, and he got this challenge. I
Yeah.
think he's a person who will face a challenge and not run away from it. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yes. Yes.
Like
Yes.
how Messi is doing right now, and which pisses me off so much, because it's like what Messi does right now is like, oh my goodness, I lost against PSG. Oh my goodness, I lost against Roma. So I have to leave to go to Manchester City, and that just pisses me off so much. Like I just don't understand. But Ronaldo's not like that, you know. Ronaldo, he will face it. He will face the fact, and he will say, you know what? I want to stay in Juventus, and I wanna prove myself in Juventus. You know what I'm trying to say, because he's that type of player. So I think he'll stay in Juve. It's just that, like I'm saying, like you need to give him good infrastructure, good people who he can build around with. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yes. Exactly.
You know, like a Modric
Guys,
or something.
call. This Champions League today just humbled me. It literally humbled me.
Chelsea didn't even lose. Why are you humbled?
I'm humbled. You know why I'm humbled?
I'm humble.
It's bad. It's
I'm
bad.
humble. You're gonna
Bro,
get more humble
No,
when Lazio
the
score
way
four.
I love Ronaldo. No, the way I love Ronaldo. No, in terms of football, it's kind
Oh
of
my
someone
goodness.
I love as a fans growing up. See him getting knocked to the Champions League, not even by a big team. FC Porto.
with time, man.
Oh, gee.
I
That's
am
crazy.
humbled. FC Porto. I don't know what to say anymore. I don't know. I
I
don't know.
think we need to give them belt whippings. You know, like
With
Africa
10
had
men, with
the
10.
belt whippings for flipping losing to FC Porto. Yo.
Yeah.
There's something wrong with you if you are losing to FC Porto. I just don't understand. But hey, man, like it can happen. You know, buying Lazio 4-1 aggregate, it can turn to 5-4 Lazio, and Lazio will go through.
Wait.
That's the
It's
chance.
3-1 already at home. How many goals does Lazio need to go to?
They just need to score
They need to score
4.
3 goals and not concede any.
Three
Yeah.
goals are not conceded with Lewandowski? I can't guarantee that.
Well, you're the one.
Yeah.
You
I
want
cannot guarantee that.
right?
That I
You,
can't guarantee.
you're not betting on
That guy is in the form of his life. If it is 2-1 or I will like 2-1, they say three. You telling me Lazio will score 3 goals without
Bro,
conceding when Lewandowski is on the pitch playing football? Hell no.
Abdullahi, but Italian teams are known for scoring 3 goals. They know how to score 3 goals.
I
honestly,
You
know.
know,
I
Core,
know.
how honestly, Core, we're thinking about we're having this discussion. Earlier. How good is Serie A really?
okay.
Wait,
So
before you say, I'm gonna run this down for you, okay? Inter are about to win the league this year, right?
okay.
Could even make it past the group stage with teams like Borussia Mönchengladbach and Shakhtar.
Okay.
Lazio are probably gonna lose tomorrow. In all seriousness,
Next week.
Juventus have lost to Porto.
Mhm.
Napoli lost to Granada. So
Where's Canada in the table? Why are they in the table?
SK, I know where you're going with this. I know where you're going with this, but let me tell you something, bro. Let me tell you something. Okay, so the one thing about football that you have to understand is, like, I've watched all the leagues like for the past 10 or 11 years now,
Mhm.
and when I see all the leagues, right, there's only 2 leagues that stand out that are so competitive. If you Okay, for example, right? Let's say if if let's say a team like Roma, right, play a
Mhm.
team like what's we call it, Villarreal or Valencia. If Roma play Valencia, I'm going Roma. I'm going Roma. If let's say a Napoli play an Atletico Madrid, I'm actually going with Napoli. If a team like a Juventus play a Barcelona, I'm going with Juve all day, every day. You know, because the thing about it is they have player quality. Player
Mhm.
quality and competitiveness is what makes you the second best league in world football.
Mhm.
That's why EPL is the best league because it's player quality, and when it's player quality, it's also competitive. Yes, City is running away with the league, but if you look at from the second spot all the way to the fifth spot, they
They're
are
not
so
contenders.
close.
I mean,
Yeah.
I also I think that we just have a different way of looking at it. I tend to just look at their
Mhm,
performances in Europe over a specific time span because
mhm,
I feel like because my friends like that I was talking to were trying to defend me like, oh, like, you know, the Serie A teams play a different style. Like,
mhm,
and I'm listening to them like, yeah, that's fine, but if you're not winning games, then
mhm,
objectively speaking, I can't call you a better league when this consistently happens because it's not like this is just a one-off year. You know what I'm
mhm,
saying? Porto, I mean, Juve lost to Rome
Leon
last
last year.
year. Inter couldn't
yeah,
make it out of their group against
mhm,
Tottenham last year.
mhm,
And they
Like,
were knocked out by Ansu Fati.
exactly. So it's like, bro, this is not new. This is not like I'm just deciding to pick on.
mhm,
It's not like I just decided to start making fun of them now.
yeah,
Like, Inter couldn't beat Sevilla, who couldn't
mhm.
even beat Frank Lampard's Chelsea. So it's like, like
No, 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 no. Wait. Okay, let me say this.
okay,
So
okay, fine.
there's this.
The last one was a bit of an exaggeration, but you get my point though.
I get your point. I get your point, and I get what you're saying. But like because I don't know. I think Abdullahi knows him or has him, right?
Yeah.
You know, I when you look at, let's say, the Serie A, right? When it
Mm-hmm.
comes to mentality, when it comes to competitiveness, when it comes to players competing against each other, there's a lot of good players in the Serie A. Serie A went through a really tough time. This is what Hazem was saying. Serie A went through a really, really, really tough time when they saw that, okay, AC Milan's owner was taking the club to bankruptcy and they were doing debt. They had debt. You know what I'm trying to say? So now what you're seeing is the teams like Inter Milan, the teams like AC Milan, teams like Roma, the teams like Lazio, they are coming back to the glory days of Syria because they've went back to what they used to do before that made them so successful in getting good sporting directors, in buying the right type of players that they know can take them to the next level in the future. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I mean, I get that, but like,
Mm-hmm,
if in the future the
mm-hmm,
teams are better, then I will rank them accordingly. But I just mean like in the now, like,
mm-hmm,
let me put it this way:
mm-hmm,
the Premier League was
mm-hmm.
in the middle of the 2010s. It was competitive, but they were trashing Europe from like 2013 to like 2018. They were garbage. Like, there was like multiple years when the Premier League teams could even make it past the round of 16 as a collective.
Mhm.
So,
Yes.
and I'm a Premier League merchant. So I'm not gonna I would not dare sit there and be like, yeah, the Premier League's the best league in the world when they can't even make it past, when teams like Arsenal couldn't even make it past freaking Monaco, when Chelsea like PSG, because let's think about this. I would look
No, I understand. I understand where you're coming from.
and I
I
and I
understand
get
where you're coming from.
that these teams these teams ebb and flow. These teams always rotate in terms of dominance. The same way Real Madrid have won 4 champions in the last like 7 years, but
Yeah.
before that they couldn't even go past like the semifinals for 14 years after 2002. So I get
Hmm.
that these things change, but I'm just talking in the current now. I can't really look at it, in a good light. For example, the same way, I mean, what the hell was the Bundesliga doing in the Champions League in like in the 2000s? They weren't doing shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah. That one I understand. That one I understand.
before 2012,
Hmm.
before 2010, what the hell were the Bundesliga teams doing? Nothing. They weren't doing anything. You want to know why the Serie A teams, the Milan, the Inter teams, the Juventus teams were
Hmm.
in the mid 2000s looked at as good because they were doing stuff. Milan made
I
3
agree.
finals. Juve
I
made a
agree.
final. Inter made of like these
You are right. You are right. You are right.
tangible, credible things.
So guys, support my guy called TV and Sky
Yeah, core football TV guys.
SKFC on
Core
the
football
channel.
TV.
Guys,
Let's go.
guys, give them some support, guys. My
Yes.
people making us support them. Oh, I beg, making us support them.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Give them some shout out, guys. Give them some shout out. And I'll put that stuff on my description, and also I will kind of tag them on my Twitter account too. Guys, please give them some shout outs, guys. Please.
Abdullah,
Making
can I
us
say
give a shout out.
something too? What I want to say to the subscribers is please, like I said, every Monday we do a video, we do a live stream, we get straight to it. We talk about football nonstop. And if you want to hear good takes on football and everything, please come into the channel and so
Yes.
forth. Also support the core movement. We have a core movement. We're trying to drive Messi out. We're trying to drive.
No worries.
Messi.
I'll be part of it. You need to let Messi out.
We're trying to drive Messi. We're trying to drive this Messi guy out. We don't need
making
him.
no worry. Messi is living. That one is sure.
Yeah. So support the movement.
Support
Go
guys.
on,
Support.
Messi.
Guys,
Yeah.
I want to go to Johnny Chichak. I want to give them some smoke.
Yeah.
I need to give them some smoke. They need to enjoy my smoke. They need to enjoy my smoke. They need to. I need to go there and give them some smoke.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Guys, tomorrow is Kylian Mbappe versus Lionel Messi part 2.
Oh yeah, I just want to plug in.
If I'm seeing 5-0, 5-1, 6-1 from PSG, guys, I am not turning up for the hangout. I'm sorry. I am not turning up. If I'm seeing 5-1, the last time I did not turn up, I was like in the middle of the way about to kind of just shut down the hangout. If I'm seeing 5-0 from PSG tomorrow, Lionel Messi fans and Barcelona fans, I'm not turning up. Damien,
honestly,
tomorrow, if you get lubricated tomorrow, I'm not turning up. Don't tag me, please.
That'll be the only way Ronaldo fans can save face. Is Messi has to get destroyed tomorrow.
He has to be beaten massively.
If that's the only way.
I don't see the night in Paris happen again. I did not see it happening. I don't know
if it happens again, PSG should never exist.
You know why I don't see it happen? Because this PSG's team now, I think they're kind of more of there's more of stability.
It's a different side.
Yeah, it's a more different identity, different mentality, and different things entirely around the team. So I wouldn't want to say night in no, it's not gonna happen. I can assure people it's not gonna happen. That I'm very sure of, because they know they are at home. All they need to do is just score and let the game be over. That's it. Because Barca needs to come out. They need to come out and score goals. That the one chasing the game, not PSG. Not PSG.
Okay.
So guys, tomorrow we're gonna do the post-match reaction for the PSG match on for Liverpool. Guys, I apologize. I wanted to talk about the Chelsea match for people who doesn't come on yesterday because of microphone was a class A. I'm sorry for that. So sorry for my thumbnail, but tomorrow be assured you're gonna see another thumbnail tomorrow. Kylian Mbappe, I beg show up tomorrow, so I can put a good thumbnail. I beg show up. Mbappe, show up tomorrow, so I can change my thumbnail. Please show up.
We're trying to get this Messi guy out of here, man. We don't need him. We don't need him anymore in our lives.
Messi Ronaldo era has finished. They need to retire both.
Yeah,
they have to. Both of them have to just go. Maybe MLS or China, somewhere like that. MLS. I'm serious. Maybe like LA Galaxy or what was it? I think LA
Chicago
Galaxy,
Fire or whatever it is. DC United.
Dundee FC. So they need to go and play in those kind of league.
They
can get more endorsement.
The New England Revolution.
Exactly.
Oh yeah. Oh shoot.
That's technically my local team. So I'll take it.
Yeah, guys. See you tomorrow, guys. I need to go give Echi some smoke. He needs to bring me in.
All right, guys.
Guys, peace out. Guys, see you on the Chichangas, guys. I want to give them some smoke.
Yeah,
all right, peace out, guys.
All right, guys. You guys be safe.
Oh, SK, yeah, I thought you were gonna continue what you were saying. You